Hi, everyone. This is Shirley from Shirley's World. Hi, Bumblebee. That graphic is what I feel like today, especially right now, because I was watching the Browns football game and we lost to the last place in the league, the team in the last place, the Jets. It was not a good win. It was a terrible loss. They didn't have to win for any particular reason. The win meant much more to us because we're trying to get to the playoffs. It was just so heartbreaking to me. I'm telling you, I almost cried. And I never even liked football till last year. All the years when my husband loved football and would watch it Saturdays and Sundays and Thursdays, and I never was interested in it and never really watched it with him. Now that he's gone, I've become interested in it just the last couple of years, and I can't even tell you why. But I wish I would have been interested in it more then. But this was heartbreaking for some reason to me. I don't think it's the football game. I think it's just everything. It's just everything, all of 2020, all of eBay, all of the virus, all of just everything. My animals getting older, losing couple animals. My daughter's about to lose her Siamese that she's had, one of the longest cats that she's ever had. He's like 18. It's just everything. But I get to come on and talk to you guys. I'm glad you're here, Bumblebee. This is 2 weeks worth of sales, and it's only amounts to, I think, 12 or 13, maybe 13 or 14, but one hasn't been paid for yet, but I'm going to put it on anyway. In fact, eBay sent them a notice already that they haven't paid. I don't know if it'll be paid for or not. It's a very inexpensive thing, but I'll show you what it is when it comes up here. I'm going to wait a few minutes till if anybody else comes in here. I've been watching. It's funny how there's a lot of people are doing very poorly, but there are a lot of people that are seem to be doing just fine. I must be doing something terribly wrong. Well, I know what I'm doing wrong on Poshmark, and some of these are sell a lot on Poshmark, but they don't totally sell on Poshmark, and they're selling on all different platforms. Now, the last 2 days, I haven't done much of anything over the holidays. I think I listed 4 things. 4 things yesterday. So far today, I haven't done anything. But I do plan on starting back on my inventory, which means that I don't know if it helps or not, but I will be ending and relisting things or selling similar. Maybe not so much in this box because I'm going to do a box of jeans. But if any of these need rephotographed, I will be doing those because a lot of my jeans weren't photographed well when I first put them on. And I plan on rephotographing the jeans that aren't photographed right. Now, I think you watched a lot of these same ones. Bumblebee, but I watch Bin Pickers. They say that they're not doing well, but they certainly do sell a lot more than me, but they do list a huge amount also. And they are always buying. They're always going to the bins almost daily. So I can see why they're selling. Plus, they do a lot of auctions too. They will lot things up and sell them on auction. They don't all sell, just a few of them sell just when you put things on auction, but they do have constant sales. Now, Nick and Andrea, they took off a few days over Christmas, like a week. I think they haven't been on since a couple days before Christmas, but they are totally always selling, but they're over in the UK. Becky Park. I know she started out being just a Poshmark seller, I think, but she sells on all platforms now, and she seems to be doing, compared to me, I know you're not supposed to compare yourself to anybody, but yes, my first thought was just, yes, it is just everything. She sells on all different platforms, and she seems to be doing far better than me, but she does list a lot. I don't think her things are much less expensive than my things. I have a few expensive things, but most things sell at between $20 and $25, and I think that's what a lot of hers sell at. Lindy Glenn, she sells entirely different things. I watch her once in a while. Dale Refinement. Now, Chris, he's totally out of our league, I think. He didn't used to be when I first started watching him. He was trying to build a store to 10,000 items. That was his big thing when he first started. And I thought, oh, how in the earth is he ever going to do that? He's well surpassed that in many stores. Rockstar Flipper, I watched him when he very first started too. He was altogether different as far as what he did. But he never did sell really expensive things. He sells sort of close to $20 to $25 things. But now he does wholesale lots and has the whole YouTube channel and has many other streams of income. So you can't really count him. Lavender Clothesline, of course, she has such a huge amount of things, and she shops all the time. And I think she probably lists all the time too. And her things sell for higher than I can sell things, most of her things. But she sells everything. She doesn't sell just clothes. She sells probably, I would say she sells more hard goods than clothes now. But I think she started with clothes, didn't she? I think she did. I can't read this way over there. Let me put you up here. It really helps to be active on multiple platforms. She sells on one when the other is a dud day. It's the strength of many platforms gets her through. Which one are you talking about there? Yeah, I think, right, if you're on multiple platforms that are selling, right. Now, Becky Park, she has somebody that shares her closet too. I don't think it's a bot, but I think she has somebody that does it for her, that she pays. Daily goals, yeah. I don't know. The thing is, I can only concentrate on one thing at a time. So right now I'm trying to concentrate on doing this inventory. And I'm also trying to list a certain amount a day, keeping up with that. And also trying, Becky, yeah, she does have multiple. But if you look at everybody, most people have multiple are selling on multiple platforms. I should probably start selling on merch. It's not merch. It's, the M one. Would help if I could talk. I don't think I could ever do YouTube because obviously I've lost my words. I also watch Heart Pickers. Have you ever watched Heart Pickers? He's from up in Cape Cod. I've watched him for a long time. Mercari, thank you. I've watched him for a long time, Heart Pickers. He sells expensive things. He sells expensive men's suits and men's clothing. I like to watch him because it amazes me how much he gets for his things. But he also can pick up really good name brand things, and he knows a lot about clothes. But he started just this past couple months, he started to sell his baseball cards, which I have no interest in that at all, so I haven't been listening to him. He also sells authentic vintage signs, like Coca-Cola signs. I'm talking about big signs, gas station signs that he ships all over, that kind of thing. He's into that too. But anyway, I haven't been watching him since he's doing the baseball cards. Flippin' Hippos, I watch her. I enjoy watching her. She has a weekly What's Sold video, and she has a weekly hauls when she's doing them. And she's the one that got me started to do plush animals. So I enjoy when she shows me the plush animals that she has sold. So Suzanne A. Wells, I watch her for the education on her channel. That other guy with the beard that I couldn't think of his site name, his YouTube name is Shed Flips, because he has a shed now. I think it used to be something different, but he's interesting to watch because he sells all kinds of things. And it is Harry Tornado. I looked it up. It's Harry Tornado, not Tomato. Sorry, Harry. All this time I've been calling you Tomato. Hi, Susan. Susie. Yeah, it's Harry Tornado. And him and Shed Flips. I, of course, can't think of his real name at the moment, but they sell close to the same thing because they go to garage sales and flea markets and estate sales, that kind of thing. They sell all kinds of hard goods. They sell a lot of toys, electronic things, all that kind of things. There's some other ones I watch. McThrifty. She's a younger girl. I enjoy watching her. I especially enjoy watching her wrapping things for some odd reason. It's so relaxing. She goes through what she sold, and at the same time she's wrapping them up to ship them. Her shipping videos. Have you watched any of those? Bumblebee, I don't know what's so relaxing about it. She wraps everything in paper. It's different than anybody else ships things. But I think she's mostly a Poshmark seller. And she sells a lot. I just don't understand, unless you have, a bot to do your sharing, there's no way I can do that. I mean, I'm not going to kid myself. There's no way I can do that and still keep up with trying to keep up with eBay, which is where I used to sell the most things. So I don't know. I'm going to show you what I sold the last 2 weeks now, and we'll come back and talk. Figure out if I can move this up and share my screen. Okay, here's the first thing. Now, I sold this last Sunday. I think it was the only thing I sold last Sunday, because between Sunday and Thursday, I didn't sell anything. I had 3 0 days in a row. That's when I just about panicked. But I did sell this Max Studio women's oversized, sort of a tunic length top, had a scoop neck, and it had like front pockets in the front. And that sold for $14.65. That was on sale. It went to Lawrenceville, Georgia. And everybody paid shipping on everything unless I mentioned differently. Okay. The next thing is this Nike Dry Fit women's athletic top. These athletic tops, they sell slowly, especially the Nike ones. I mean, they don't sell real fast, but they do sell slowly. That sold for $22.47, the sale price, and they paid $4.50 in shipping. And that went to Chicago, Illinois. And that sold on Thursday after the Sunday sale. That was the only thing I sold Thursday then. Okay. Then on Friday, I don't know why this is so slow today, is this pair of Climber Right by Cuddle Duds. These were fleece, snuggy, tight stretch pants. Real nice and warm, perfect for this weather. They sold for $14.77. This was an offer to watchers that I sent out. And this went to Millsboro, Delaware. And that sold on Friday, the Friday before last, on the 18th. Okay. And they paid shipping. Then I sold a Free People. We the Free, this was, I think, an older Free People, in an extra small, this was a black long sleeve sort of stretchy shirt. And that sold as wrong sheet. This sold for $20, best offer that I took. It went to Miami, Florida on this past Sunday on the 20th. Okay. The next thing, boy, this is slow. Jamie Sadek, women's black, sort of a real fine knit sweater. This was, and it had this bright orange stripe down the front and striping across the shoulders. And this went for a best offer of $20. They paid $4.50 in shipping. And this went to Honolulu, Hawaii. And because this wasn't on I think most of these things have gotten to their destinations, believe it or not. This got to Hawaii before the things that I've shipped out on the 6th. The things that are held up in the post office are 2 or 3 of the things that I shipped out the same day on the 6th of December. Okay? For some reason, I don't know what has happened to them. I've been notified by one person already that he hasn't gotten his. I told him where it was, and gave him the tracking number, which he should have. But there's nothing really I can do about it, It's in the post office hands. The next thing is this Polaroid 1-600 camera that I got at Goodwill. And this sold at an auction on one bid. I had this up for auction. It sold for $4.99, but they've paid $11.75 shipping on it. So they paid actually a total of $16.74, and it went to Copperas Cove, Texas. Okay, this was a double sale. A lot of I bundled up some sheets of crafting or scrapbooking paper. There are 15 sheets in one and 16 sheets in the other. One sold for $4.99, one sold for $2.99. So together it was $7.98. They paid shipping because it weighed by that time over a pound, so they had to pay priority shipping. They ended up paying a total of $17.14 for both of those lots of paper. And that went to Sulphur, Louisiana, to some crafter person. Then I sold this Gibson 18-page photo album. I think this was, I had gotten for me at one time. I don't even remember getting this. This is pretty old, but it was still like new in the box. I had never used it. It was still in the box. It sold for $19.54, the price I had on it. It shipped for $10.55, so they actually paid $30.09 with their tax, but it went out of the country. So I have no idea where this went, but there was another figure that said $69.29. Now, I don't know if that's what they ended up paying for this album, but I don't know where it went yet. I'd have to look that up. If there's a tracking number yet. I should have looked that up before I got on here. I forgot that I had sold this out of the country. But yeah, this was a pretty little photo album that sort of looks just like I would buy. I had magnetic pages, and so yeah, sold that. So I sold a few non-clothing items, as you see. This next thing I sold this past Wednesday. Duluth Trading Company knit top, a women's 2 extra large. It sold for $16, which was their best offer, and they paid $4.50 in shipping, and it went to Columbia, Tennessee. And then I sold this little tie beanie baby. It's a little horse named Barley, and he was just real little, 6-inch, and he sold for $11.49. He was not on sale. He went to Marion, New York. Free shipping on those. Now, here's poor little Beanie Boo penguin named Ice Cube. He is still sitting over here on my counter because somebody bought him or said they wanted to buy him for, I don't have a sheet because I don't have a payment yet, but for $11.49 and free shipping, but they haven't paid for him. So he's like a little orphan sitting over here. I feel so sorry. He keeps looking at me. So they've gotten a notice from eBay that they're supposed to pay, but so far he's still an orphan, so he may have to go back with his bunch of buddies if he doesn't get paid for. But anyway, then yesterday, yesterday I sold this rain sweater. it's called, rain sweater. Men's large, it's a golfing sweater. It has patches on the shoulders, and it's supposed to be water repellent. It's a golf sweater. And it sold for best offer of $15. This is a really nice sweater. They got a really good deal on this, because this weekend, yesterday and the rest of today, I have a 40% off sale going on in my store on clothes only. Okay. So it's still going on till midnight or after. And yeah, so this sold in the sale. They got it for $15. It's a nice sweater, and it went to Springfield, Pennsylvania. And this was heavy enough to go priority shipping. And then look at, this is a sweater I think you sent me, Bumblebee, right? Did you? This says, went to somebody from Las Vegas, Nevada. This is one of those hearts that you can flip them up with your hand. If you flip them upward, it turns dark, like a real dark pink. If you flip them down, it's a lighter pink. Anyway, this sold for $14.99, the regular price, or the regular sale. This was on sale, so this was one of the 40% off things. They got it for $14.99. They paid shipping of $4.50 because it didn't weigh over a pound. And like I said, it went to Las Vegas, Nevada. And one more thing. I sold this cinch. Last night I sold this men's plaid shirt by Cinch, which is a very good Western brand of shirts. And this sold for $20. Best offer. He even put a best offer on it after I put a $40% off sale on it. But this went to Texas, to a cowboy. Went to Rusk, Texas. And he probably knows this is he got a really good deal on this shirt. So that is the total of what I sold in the past 2 weeks. Now let me try to get you back here. Okay. I ought to be satisfied I sold something, I guess, the way things are going. Yep, the flip sequence. Yeah, I thought you gave that. You sold that to me. Yeah. Yeah, Watch McThrifty, she is sort of nice to watch. Anyway, I may put some things on Mercari, see if that's doing anything. Because I don't know what else to do here on eBay. I know you say I should start sharing my closet and selling things on Poshmark. But I do share bunches of things every once in a while. But it's not how you're supposed to do it, I guess. And I do, if a party comes up that is going to be on at noontime, my time, one of the things I have a lot of, I'll do that. Like I try to do, when I can, I try to do the preppy party and different things. But yeah, this whole thing just has me, I'm just out of energy. I'm sure it's depression when you just don't feel like doing anything. I've watched more movies, which is probably not a real good thing, but at least I'm getting my money out of Prime Video and Netflix and my new Chromecast thingy, because I can watch things on my big TV now. Sue, I just watched a good movie last night. It was very informative. It was very educational. It's called The Butler, and it's about a butler that was a butler in the White House. It has his whole life, but he was a butler in the White House from Eisenhower all the way, I think, till Reagan. Okay, and then he retired in Reagan's administration. But all those years. But it was good. It's a good movie. Anyway, I can't think of any other really good ones I've watched. I watched a few. I watched one called Brazen. I wouldn't really watch that again. I'm sort of working my way through, even though I've seen them all. They have all weekend. They have Yellowstone on Paramount TV. All seasons. I think they've had 3 seasons on so far, or 2 full seasons. I'm not even sure how many. It's a lot. And I've watched my way through a lot of them, even though I've seen all of them. I started watching that from the very first beginning, first season. It's an excellent series. But anyway, that's what I sold. What I'm going to do now, right now I'm so hot, because I should take this off, because this room, I have the door shut so Dexter doesn't come in, even though he's already been fed, but it gets really hot in here because my boiler is right under here, under this area of the house. So this area of the house gets warm, real warm, and my family room out where I watch TV is the coldest area of my house. So anyway, I will, I already put my chickens away. I was doing that as I was stomping around about the football game. So I gave them their treats and I put the chickens away. I went and picked up my groceries today at curbside from Giant Eagle. So I have some tasty things out there to eat. And yeah, I may just sit in here and do some, go through some this whole container of jeans tonight, because I really don't think there's anything on tonight that I want to see. So that is it. As far as what I'm going to do different this next year, it better be something. No, what I plan on doing, I don't plan on getting rid of my inventory, but what I plan on doing is trying to sort through things, figuring out, which I can do when I'm doing this inventory, figuring out which are the oldest things I've had the most and putting marks by them, which I've been doing, and maybe grab a bunch of them together and lot them together and put them on auction, like Bin Pickers does. If you like the same size of things, I may go sort things out and try to do that. I could put just certain things on sale, really like at 40 or 50% off. I can do that, because I don't like to put, like this weekend I put all the clothing on sale. There's some things that I really don't want to sell at 40% off, but hey, I need sales, so what can I say? After this weekend, after tonight, I will bring my sale back down to probably 15%. So if anybody wants anything at 40% off, they better go in and buy it before midnight. Yes, I can watch movies on YouTube. I can watch YouTube. I can watch me on big screen. I can watch any of the people I follow, anything on YouTube. I can switch over and flip it over to the TV. They call it cast it. I can cast it onto the television. So that's kind of fun. So I've watched a few of the YouTube people that I watch. Sometimes in the evening, I just, instead of watching them on my laptop out there, I just put them onto the big TV and watch it. So, do I feel in the mood to work together? I'm not in a real good mood tonight. Let's see. I don't know when you're available. Tonight probably wouldn't be a good night. It would probably be better earlier in the day, if that's even possible with you. By nighttime, I'm too tired to think or to really care about doing anything. If we can figure out some time in the early part of the day or morning, it probably isn't convenient for you, though. Did I contact Suzanne Wells? I was just going to, I found out I can't call her by phone. You email her. So I was going to email her about the categories. When I swear it was the same day, it came across my emails that she was putting on, because a lot of people asked for it. I didn't say anything. She says she was putting on this whole teaching thing. It has 4 parts about how to do categories in the eBay store. So it's on there, exactly how to do it. I just haven't gotten around to studying it yet, because it's not real easy. And she even says it's complicated to switch things around. You'd think it would be easy. You just put categories under it and sort of move things down. It's not like that at all. So, yeah. When I tried to do it, that's how I try to do it. And then as soon as I tried to move something down, it says, or I tried to put categories under, say women's clothing, and I made a bunch of categories. And when I went to submit those categories to be under there, it said, you can't put categories under when you still have things in your main category. Well, what's the purpose of doing it? That's the purpose. So evidently you somehow have to rename it or I don't understand how to do it yet, but I think Suzanne A. Wells has it step by step on there. Let me see here. I'm losing you here. You seem better than my cartoon. I don't know. I'm not really. I don't think I am. I'll try to. I don't know if you can or not, because I pay to be on that. So I don't know if I can copy it and send it or not. I might be able to. I'll try. Yeah, we could try and work on it together. Yeah, I don't know. But I would think it would seem easy. I mean, I'm familiar with everything she's talking about. You'd think it would be easy to understand how to do it. And I can see the one thing I was wondering though, categories, I can see where categories would be very helpful if you were searching my store, but that's not how most people search for things on eBay, is it? I mean, most people go on eBay and they write across the top. They don't know anything about me. They write across the top keywords on what they're hunting for. And that shouldn't matter. That shouldn't have anything to do with the categories in my store, right? It should come up by keywords that, that eBay has sort of put to the top. And that's why I did the promoted listings, even though I can't help that I'm losing a lot of money doing that, even when I sell something. But most days, let's see, there's only one day I have an appointment at 11 to 12 o'clock. And I think I'd have to go out in my calendar, but I think that's Monday. The 30th. What is the 30th? No, that's a Wednesday. Maybe it's the 28th. It's one of those days at 11. 11 to 12, I have an appointment, a phone call appointment, a doctor appointment. So, other than that, I've gotten my groceries, not going anywhere. I'm up and around by 10 in the morning, and I'm pretty good till, I don't know, 2, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So, and my daughter doesn't call during those times. She calls in the evening. So that's pretty open. You send me a text or an email and give me a warning. You think sales could go both ways? Sales could go both ways. Oh, about the category thing? Like done with, I'm done with chicken time I do my chickens before breakfast. I do my chickens before breakfast, and then I don't have to do them again till dusk, till like 4 o'clock at this time. So between 4 and 5 o'clock, I have to take them a treat and sort of close them in their safe place. And at dusk, I shut their door. So that's another thing. Oh, the searching items and browsing a store. But how many people really know about me, would know to hunt in my store? I mean, that's not how I look for things on eBay. I search things by just putting in things at the top bar. I'm not looking for clothes, but other things. I do it the same way I look on Amazon for things, If one item brought them, and other items interest them. But if you search for an item in a store, it brings you to that item. How many people hunt out what store that's from? Do you think there's many people really hunt out? I don't think I do. I don't know. Sue says, try putting something in the bar and see if your stuff comes up. Oh, I've done that. Yeah. I did that as a test after I raised my promoted listings. I tried putting up how I listed it and it would come up. Yeah, it was coming up pretty good. So, but you have to have, the same, you have to think of the same keywords. Like Bumblebee says, you have to know the same keywords or have good keywords that somebody would search for, not just how I describe things. That's the trouble. The way I describe things, like a 70-year-old, isn't how people search for things nowadays. Try putting something in the bar and see if your stuff comes up. Or the category, putting the categories in the I don't know. Sue, how would you find my store? If you didn't know me, how would you find something that you wanted to buy? Say you wanted to buy a pair of BKE buckle jeans in a size 26, and the style name was Stella. Suppose that was the kind of jeans that you like, and that is what you were hunting for. Now, how would you look for that on eBay? When the item comes up and you click on it, it tells the seller. This is how much I shop on eBay. So in general, when you are ready to start eBay, I come in here and sit down about 10 o'clock, 10:30. Between 10 and 11 is when I start working. I will, when I go out and find out the date this next week that I have that appointment, I will text that to you or email that to you, the day and time. So you wouldn't type in women's, but yet eBay requires it. Yes, I don't know. I don't know why they require women's. Maybe I put women's. I probably put women's on this listing because they require it. I'm sure I did. If you look up this listing, it probably has women's on there because I put gender on all my eBay listings because Suzanne A. Wells gave us a list of the 4 things that you have to put in order. And so that's what I've been following. I erase it from Poshmark when I put things in Poshmark. I don't use up that space for women's or men's. Uh, yeah, 11. 11 would be good. Yeah. So that's about all I was going to tell you. I have a bunch of funny cartoon things because I used to use them on my blog. Uh, Let me put this up here. Right, so women's is required, yet people wouldn't type in. Makes you wonder then about those category settings. I know. Because BKE makes both men's and women's, and that size could actually be men's. It doesn't have to be women's. Could be a skinny man's. But the style number Stella would most likely be a women's, wouldn't you think? But there are some others that don't have a style name like that. Darlene, hi. Me if I can. You buy jewelry on eBay. I have a list of sellers that I get notified when. I do too. I've done that. I've saved sellers, and one of them is Suzanne A. Wells' store that I've saved. But I only have like 4 sellers saved, and I'm not even sure why I saved a couple of them, to tell you the truth. It's not something I do, but yes, you can do that. Yeah, I suppose maybe a lot of people do that. Yeah, I never thought of that. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, I should put on something about if you like my things, save me as a seller or something like that. I don't know where you could put that. And repeat customers, right? Uh, Repeat customers are very important. I know in my daughter's business, in her photography business, it's super important with her because she gets so much business from repeat customers, plus customers that they tell people about. So hers is mostly, even though she does some advertising, it's mostly repeat customers and word of mouth. Yeah. Yeah, we could try tomorrow. Uh, Let me just run out and look at my calendar, make sure Monday isn't the day I have that appointment. So just hold on a minute, Bumblebee. Sue, talk. Darling. I'll be right back. Okay. No, my appointment is Wednesday at 11. So tomorrow would be good. Yeah, tomorrow would be fine. So I will sort of expect your call sometime around 11ish or thereabouts. Are we going to cut? What are we going to talk about? Categories? Yeah, Darlene, do you do categories? Yeah, good. Write that down. Yes, that's true. 11 a.m. Monday. What's the date? 28th. Tomorrow. Okay. All right. Oh. I was just thinking today as I keep looking at myself with no teeth. This has been drawn out so long. I certainly hope that I can get used to these and sort of like them. It would be wonderful if I'd like them. These new teeth. Well, if you can send email, we can try that. You can send email. Send email about the category thing. I'll try, but I don't know if it will go or not. Or easy sharing of Posh, Mark. It's dark out already. It's supposed to get up in the 40s tomorrow, I think, and melt some of this and even rain a little bit. So it's going to be a mess tomorrow. I didn't get out to see my horse. Feel bad about that. But I've really made a commitment to stay in the house so I don't get this virus. Had a nice visit with my kids and my grandkids on Christmas Eve. Yeah, we had fun doing that. They opened their presents and opened my present. Sue, I got an Amazon card too. So now I have a Starbucks card and an Amazon card. So we both have Amazon cards, which in fact, I have one huge Visa bill here that's totally from Amazon, I think. It's a biggie. I have to pay that off. It's supposed to be a 40 at 8 tonight. Oh dear. The horses don't know time or dates. I know. He won't even know who I am. Sarah says that's not true. Horses have wonderful memories. So I don't like this up and down temperature, though, for the horses. It's not good for them at all. My daughter's a wreck. And Sue, remember her Siamese cat that she got 18 years ago? She got it as a kitten, her Siamese, one of her very first cats. She got it when she lived in the apartment. Yeah, it's about gone. It's about ready to be go to sleep. It's not eating. It's real skinny. It's throwing up everything, and it's just, yeah. So she's probably going to take it in for then maybe tomorrow, or I don't know. This whole mess. Sing Sing, yeah. Beautiful cat, Seal Point Siamese. We need to find something for me to feel good about. Yeah, do that, would you? I don't even know why I get so upset about not selling anything. What if this was my total income, or a real important income for me, like it is for some people? I mean, I have no right to feel upset. When I think of the people that, number one, have lost people close to them from the virus, have lost their jobs. Well, my daughter's one of those. Is trying to find a job, but she's not going to starve to death or anything here. But, you know, I have no right to even feel bad. And I'm not one that is real social either. That's the funny part about this. I'm not one that has a whole lot of friends and that I'm real social and go to a bunch of functions or go to even out shopping much. Well, I did go to Goodwill, but I'm not one to be social. And, I went to the barn. The last few years, I've done nothing but go to thrift stores and things. And just go to the stores when I would want to, go to the grocery stores and stuff when I want to. But I don't understand why this is becoming such a thing with me. I think it's just that I'm totally here by myself. As far as, having company, I don't, not many people come in. Well, nobody right now because of the virus. And the people I visit with are either outside or online or on Zoom. Yeah. Do I put the thermometers on? What do you mean? Thermometers. I have one thermometer that I don't think works very well. It's outside my window in my family room. I think it says 40 most of the time. I think it's stuck there. I just listen to the news in the morning and they tell me what it's going to be. Or I ask, who back here. And she tells me what the weather's going to be. Every morning when I wake up, I ask her the time, what the weather's going to be before I even get out of bed. You buy only, I buy only. Oh, the categories: fine jewelry and watches. Oh. It's because we're old. What, that we feel depressed? You have all people around you, so you need someone to just unload your stress and disappointments. Well, that's why I have my psychologist, who I will be talking to on Wednesday. Yeah, she must be worried about me. I was talking to her once a month. I mean, for years, I've had somebody to talk to. I think everybody, like I said many times, should have a psychologist. I think it's good for you. I had one since way before my husband died. Way before. He was he was the reason I got one in the first place. But that was way years and years and years ago. So this psychologist that I've had now I've known her for many, many years. She's like a friend, But I was talking to her maybe once a month, if that. And then this started coming around as far as the virus thing. We would talk every 3 weeks, and then it was every 2 weeks. And now she thinks she needs to talk to me once a week. So that's why I'm talking to her again Wednesday. So I don't know. The ones in my last box. Oh, the thermometers. Okay, get it. I got it. Yes, I did. Didn't I? I'm pretty sure I did. I'll have to go look at the things I have left. They're out in the other box out there. I thought I listed those. Yeah, those things I can list. I have things, this and that around the house. I might as well just list everything I have. That's how I feel. I mean, why am I saving it? You know what I'd really like to do? I'd really like to have a place to take all this stuff from eBay. Like, not a shed. I wish I had a whole other room. Of course, it would be full by now. Wish I had a whole other space to just move everything from these rooms that I've wrecked, that used to be my beautiful rooms in this old house. I'd like my rooms back. I'd like this library back. I'd like my parlor back. Like my bedroom upstairs back. The only way to get them back is to get rid of all this stuff or to sell it in a fire sale. I don't know. And sometimes when I'm not having a good word day, now this is really telling you something. This is when I'm having a bad day, as far as getting confused and don't get scared, Sue. And words and stuff like that. I think, how much longer am I going to actually keep track and do this stuff? It's like selling. It's another thing I wonder about. And of course, that's coming to my mind because Now, January's coming. January means I have to start getting things ready for tax time. And that just scares the hell out of me. Every year, it makes me a wreck. This past year, this year would have been perfect if it wouldn't have been for the virus coming. Because I had a bookkeeper that had started to come here. She started to come here once a month. She came here and got my QuickBooks in order, and then she was going to come back once a month and put everything in. And when it would come to tax time, she worked for an accountant, And that accountant that I called, that my banker told me about, he told me I didn't actually need a accountant. I just needed a bookkeeper, and he gave me the name of his bookkeeper that he uses in his office. So everything was set, and then COVID hit. She happened to be in Florida vacationing with her husband. They got stuck down there. When at first they closed airports and things, when it first happened. And after it got really scary, of course, I didn't want her coming into the house anymore. And that was the end of that. So ever since then, and then eBay has changed, in the middle of the year, they switched from PayPal to managed payments, which really screws up the bookkeeping. So, yeah, this year's going to be a trial. Oh. Listen, these guys who sell a lot do not do housework, cook meals, or look after anything but themselves. To tell you the truth, neither do I. Bumblebee does. She has a whole family and a husband and kids, and no. I have my routines, I do, but that doesn't take that long. And I don't have a big clean house. I have a big house, but not, I wouldn't want to have anybody come in and do an inspection. A Zoom call with my bookkeeper? I don't know. I haven't contacted her ever since that happened. I wonder if she's doing this. There's an accountant that's a reseller. It does a lot of people's books that does reselling on eBay and Amazon, all kinds of things. And he also does reselling. So he knows this is what he does. And he's called Not Your Father's CPA, I think it's called. Not Your Father's CPA. I think that's his name, his website. But I've thought I should have contacted him. I should contact him after this one's over, at the beginning of next one. Like after April's over, after I sweat through this one. Because I think it's too late to, well, maybe not. I don't know. Everybody uses him. I'm sure he's very expensive. And he's done all over line. Okay, I need to go have a drink. It's unfortunately I have no alcohol in the house. I don't even have any wine but red wine that gives me a horrible headache, so I can't drink that. I have to go have a root beer. Uh, anyway, I'm going to go for now, and I will talk to you tomorrow, maybe, Bumblebee. Darlene, wait a minute. Josh has stopped selling full-time because he wasn't making enough money. He got a full-time job and is selling part-time, and he was selling a lot. Don't believe everything you hear on YouTube. Josh, I don't think I follow. I've seen him online, but I don't watch him a lot. Yeah. All right. I will be back on. I don't think probably your bingo has started up again, Sue. Has it? So I will be back on a Wednesday. Wednesday at 4. And talk to you all then. And maybe Bumblebee and I can get something figured out before then. We'll see. I'll go to school tomorrow. So I'm going to close for now. I still have a little bit of energy to do some of these genes. And I will see you on Wednesday. I'll see you tomorrow, Bumblebee. Bye.